Good Wednesday evening and welcome to another special edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News live from the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival here at Memorial Park in Wenatchee. Thanks for being with us. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And of course, it was a lot warmer today. We did see some high clouds. That was predicted looking down from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. And temperature-wise, though, no complaints. That's for sure. It was nice and mild today. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But I'll tell you what, we've got some weather coming. Our weather is going to take a turn for the worse as we get into Thursday. A good chance for rain Thursday and Friday. Also a good chance for rain on Saturday morning. Rain could be moderate to heavy at times, especially, believe it or not, we could see some thunderstorms even on Friday afternoon. I know a classy chassis, there we go, is on Friday, but it looks like we might see some rain. We'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Law enforcement officers are on the lookout for a hit-and-run driver who fled the scene of a two-car accident early this morning in Okanagan. East Wenatchee city officials and Douglas County commissioners held a Tuesday hearing on city annexation. And the city of Wenatchee stands to receive about $1.4 million, and East Wenatchee about $380,000 if the state's legal settlement with opioid distributors is approved. But first, our top story tonight, a convicted felon took on more than he could handle Tuesday afternoon in Moses Lake when police say he attempted to carjack a vehicle with a mother and her two children inside. Moses Lake police say 32-year-old Salvador Ernesto Gwendegee was wanted on 4 outstanding felony warrants when he was spotted just after noon by officers near Ivy Street. Police say a foot chase ensued to Western Avenue, where they say the suspect tried to force his way into the driver's seat of a car as a woman was preparing to drive away with her 2 kids inside. The mother fought off the suspect until officers arrived and pulled her to safety. They then wrestled Hirengagui from the car, and he was arrested on warrants that included second-degree assault and possession of a stolen firearm. He now faces additional charges of first-degree robbery, attempted vehicle theft, and resisting arrest. Law enforcement officers are on the lookout for a hit-and-run driver who fled the scene of a 2-car accident early this morning in Okanagan. According to the Washington State Patrol, 22-year-old Luis Lorenzano Valdez of Bridgeport was driving southbound on Highway 97 at about 1:15 a.m. in a 2009 Mazda MZ-6 when a 2003 Acura sedan struck the Mazda after failing to stop at the intersection of Armory Junction Road and that highway. Valdez was transported to Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak with unknown injuries. The driver of the Acura fled the scene on foot and is still unaccounted for. Both cars were totaled in that accident. Well, the East Wenatchee City Council voted 6-1 last night to annex new residential areas into the city of East Wenatchee. The annexation is not a done deal yet. Douglas County commissioners must vote on the joint annexation agreement next Tuesday. About 10 members of the public registered disapproval with the plan, which would annex about 500 acres and 600 homes into the city. Residents worried aloud about changes in taxes and property regulation, and some asked that the matter be put to a public ballot measure. If the city takes in the land, Douglas County will lose roughly $1.2 million a year in tax revenue, including sales tax from car dealerships currently in unincorporated neighborhoods.
We don't have any method to regain that revenue. It will simply be lost revenue. As it stands right now, we will lose in sales tax from what is commonly referred to as auto row, somewhere in the neighborhood to $500,000 to $700,000 a year to our budget. We are fiscal conservatives. We tighten our belts. We try to encourage business and growth outside of the proposed annexation area to offset, but that's pretty much the reality of it.
The city of Wenatchee stands to receive about $1.4 million, and East Wenatchee about $380,000 if the state's legal settlement with opioid distributors is approved. Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced the settlement yesterday, with the state set to receive about $518 million from drug distributors who flooded the county with opioids and contributed to an addiction of opioids. Local cities and counties will receive about $476 million of that to pay for addiction treatment and prevention measures over the next 17 years. Chelan County would gain $3.5 million for those purposes, and Douglas County $1.8 million. The settlement must still be ratified by a King County judge. Well, when we come back, Moses Lake could soon be home to a new high-tech factory producing key elements for electric vehicle batteries. It's National Drinking Water Week, and a Wenatchee Valley's water specialist has received special honors for her work from the Washington Department of Health. An international expert in wildfires has decided the Upper Wenatchee Valley is a perfect place to study the phenomenon. And East Wenatchee Police had a surprise for their little chief, Giovanni Hernandez, this week. We'll tell you about that. From the Apple Blossom Festival, I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Don't miss the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival. You'll enjoy a wide variety of jazz, breathtaking lake and vineyard views, and fabulous wine. The festival features 50 shows at 14 wineries and venues over 4 days. Imagine a musical tour around the beautiful Lake Chelan Wine Valley. Grab your friends and get your tickets to the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival, May 19th through the 22nd.
Welcome back. In another news, Moses Lake could soon be home to a new high-tech factory producing key elements for electric vehicle batteries. Sila Nanotechnologies of California plans to convert a 600,000 square foot industrial space where it will manufacture silicone-based anodes, one of the four main components in an EV battery. Silicone anodes can store about 20% more energy than traditional graphite anodes. The site would open in roughly 2024, and Sila's investment is valued in the low hundreds of millions of dollars. The company has agreements to produce components for BMW and Mercedes-Benz. No word yet on how many people that factory might employ. Well, it's National Drinking Water Week, and a Wenatchee Valley water specialist has received special honors for her work from the Washington Department of Health. Arnika Briody is an environmental health specialist with Chelan Douglas Health District. The state health agency awarded her the Friend of Drinking Water recognition for her work in reclassifying large drinking water systems that had previously been classified at a lower level. Briody was one of 8 water health workers from across the state recognized for excellence in their field. In other news, an international expert in wildfires has decided the Upper Wenatchee Valley is a perfect place to study the phenomenon. Next week, Albert Simeone will bring his team to the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest to examine wildfire-prone areas in the Lake Wenatchee Basin. The study will gather data from weather stations, thermographs, and cameras. The information could be used in the future to aid investigators looking for the source of fire outbreaks and contribute to studies of forest health and fire suppression. Simeoni is the head of the Department of Fire Protection Engineering at Worcester Polytechnic Institute in Massachusetts. East Wenatchee Police had a surprise for their little chief, Giovanni Hernandez, this week. Hernandez was honored last week during Apple Blossom's Chief for a Day celebration here at Memorial Park, but his fun didn't stop there. Thanks to a donation from Wenatchee Walmart store manager Emilio Vila, the young chief now has a new custom basketball hoop and accessories. East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson and helpful officers surprised Giovanni with the hoop Tuesday at his East Wenatchee home. After the new hoop was set up to just the right specifications, Giovanni gave it a test run, which resulted in his official seal of approval. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come from the Apple Blossom Festival right here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Right now is the best time to buy an RV, and the best place is Click It RV in Moses Lake.
Alright, drive a Click It RV.
Right now, Click It RV has spring discounts to deliver you unbeatable savings on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, Class A or C motorhomes, both new and used, and more. Get the best deals and the lowest financing and the lowest price guaranteed.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
So don't miss the spring sale in Moses Lake.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you gonna be mad, bro? You probably already are.
And check out all 4 Click It RV dealerships for your best locations.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Continuing an NCWLIFE tradition that dates back at least a few years, Dan Kuntz and producer Tucker Wagner paid a visit to the Memorial Park food court yesterday. In tonight's feature story, as usual, Dan ate something. Enjoy.
We have returned. You're in band, aren't you? Sure. I can tell. You're in band, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I recognize you. Go ahead. These guys are in band. So go ahead. You get right away. Go ahead. They're in band.
Sweet.
It's a beautiful Tuesday as we tape this. This is a friendly reminder. Once again, don't be a dingleberry, and dogs are not allowed in the park. Donner House is back. Named after, of course, the Donner Party, who famously had to eat each other to survive a brutal winter in the Sierra Nevadas. I'm not sure what they serve here. I believe it's some sort of cold drinks. You're in band, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I recognize you. You're in the choir, aren't you? You're in choir, yeah. You're in band. Yeah. One of those things about being a local television personality, you get recognized a lot, mostly by law enforcement. How are you, my friend?
Hi, I'm fine.
You ready to be a television star?
Oh, that's the one that could be star.
No, you're great. You're fantastic. And you are shaving that beautiful piece of lamb. Wow.
This is the chicken.
Yes.
The chicken we marinated. That's our own recipe. And after we chop it, that's how. It's very good. This is very good.
Who's your cohort over here? Who's that?
This is my son, Christos.
He did a good job last time. It's called a microphone.
I know what it's called.
We'll be with you in just a minute. We're making television here, poorly, I might add. So, was that for me?
This one will be for you.
Okay, can you hold this for just a minute? I gotta pay. Here you go. So this is €1, so I'll pay you in €1. All right? Does that work?
Boss,
Dan, you got a quick minute? Can I pay with a euro because it's a euro?
Oh, euro.
Yeah, is that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So there you go. There's a euro for you. God bless you. Take care. Let's go eat.
Thank you, guys.
There's that. Senator Hawkins is joining me. Good to see you, Senator. How are you?
Hey, are we live on NCWLIFE? Bumped into my dad right here. He has an Apple license plate that says Buell on it. And so I was like, hey, my dad's here.
Buell, can you hold this for me, please? You know, when we stand next to each other, we look like the number 10.
Number 10, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. You crushed my euro here, by the way. You crushed
What
me.
is that sticking out the top?
Hi, Apple Blossom ladies. All right, I'm going to dive into the euro here. This is the traditional land euro, prepared for Dan, by Dan. Crispy, crispy. I like that. You can't go wrong with the euro. You just can't.
All right, time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And boy, what a difference a day makes. We started off down here at Memorial Park on Monday with rain. Yesterday, wind was a big issue. Today, we had some clouds, but boy, temperature-wise, it was just perfect out there. Looking out our weather window once again, and yeah, we did see some high clouds that did thicken up a bit. That's ahead of a lot of unsettled weather moving in tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a bit. But all in all, not a bad day today. Unofficially, the high temperature at Pangbourne Airport in East Wenatchee, as we look at our almanac, 68. That's right where we should be for this time of year. Low temperature 48, 45 is our normal temperature. Record high on this date, 89, set back in 1966. Record low, 32 degrees, and that was in 1962. Sunrise, 5:39 this morning, and the sun will set tonight at 8:17. Let's take a look at how our Thursday weather will shape up, and you can see a big cool down as we do get you into Thursday. 62 in the Columbia Basin for Ephrata and Moses Lake, 61 your high in Quincy, 60 for Wenatchee, 58 in Leavenworth, 60 in Chelan, and 61 for you folks up in Omak and the Okanagan-Tenasket area. Taking a look now at our surface loop, beginning with tonight, we will see a high-pressure ridge just barely over the top of us as that low pressure from the Gulf of Alaska comes barreling down on us, bringing some showers. Not so much tonight, but you can see what we can expect tomorrow, and there you have it. That's about morning commute time, and we will see a good chance for rain tomorrow. It will be cooler with high temperatures, as we just showed you, right around the 60-degree mark for Thursday. Getting you into Class E chassis on Friday, it looks like an even better chance for rain as that area of low pressure moves inland. We'll see cloudy skies. Rain will be likely. High temperatures really won't be bad into the low 60s, but if you're heading to Class C chassis, bring those umbrellas. And then the Stamilk Growers Grand Parade on Saturday. I think maybe a few morning showers. Doesn't look as windy as I originally thought for Saturday. It will be mostly cloudy and cooler with highs in the upper 50s. Moving you into Sunday now and the end of our Apple Blossom Festival. Things will stay a little on the unsettled side. We'll see partly cloudy skies. It will be unseasonably cool on Sunday, and I think we'll all feel that one with high temperatures on Sunday only into the mid-50s. That airflow coming straight down from the north. That's what's ushering in the cooler air. And then, yeah, back to the wet stuff on Monday. Cloudy skies, at least a 60% chance of rain on Monday with high temperatures in the upper 50s. And then as we get you into the end of our 7-day forecast on Tuesday, a little better. Partly cloudy skies and warmer with high temperatures then into the lower 60s. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast now. Tonight, we can expect high clouds, low temperature of 53, and then rain showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with highs hovering around 60. A little cooler for Sunday, and then back into the upper 50s, lower 60s with showers on Monday and Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1. And I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do. And they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Thanks for joining us here as we broadcast live at Memorial Park for Washington State Apple Blossom Festival with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom, and I've got my brews and what is it? Blossom and Brews.
Yes.
That's it. I haven't been in there yet, I promise. It's a beer garden right next to us here, and that's a hopping place today.
I've seen plenty of brews, but not so many blossoms in there.
This is true. Maybe some bruises later on. Well, the Mariners certainly have been bruised by by Houston. They were shut out again yesterday by a score of 4-0. Dusty Baker collected his 2,000th win as a manager, make that 18 innings in a row without a run for Seattle's potent offense as Christian Javier and 3 relievers combined on the 4-hit shutout. Chris Flexen pitched well over 5 innings, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits, but the Mariners continued to struggle providing him any offense. In Flexen's 5 starts this season, Seattle's averaging just 1 run per game.
Here's the windup in the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball for strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Chris Flexen, and that is 6 in a row retired by Flexen here at the start of the ball game.
Swing and a miss. Tag at second and safe at second base.
Flexen ready. Here's the 2-2. That's to Brantley. Swung on and driven deep to center field. Julio going back, takes a good angle, recovered nicely, and makes the catch, and that'll do it. Threat dies right there.
There's Alvarez, 375 hitter in his last 9 games, and his on base is 474. This was hit high in the air to center field. Rodriguez racing back, looking up. See ya! She's gone! Alvarez flexes again. His 8th home run of the season, and the Astros lead 1-0.
Homers for a second straight day, hit it into that Budweiser patio to the right of the batter's eye.
That's 4 homers in his last 5 games now.
Flexen looking for a ground ball. Here's the set. Delivers. Altuve shows bunt, pops it in the air. Backhanded catch by Flexen. Throws the first. They are going to double up Siri. Holy smokes, what a double play. 1-3 on the bunt attempt by Altuve. What a play by the pitcher, Chris Flexen, to retire the side.
This time he gets a fastball. There's a base hit to left field. 1 run scores. Here comes Gurriel. He'll be safe. Jeremy Pena comes through again. Altuve 1 for 3 in his career against Vesta. That ball hit well to deep left field. Altuve has went into the Crawford boxes. Jose Altuve makes it a 4-0 game with home run number 2 on the season.
Here it comes. Fastball swung on, a little blooper. Coming in, Julio coming in, dives, and did he make the catch? Yes, he did, says second base umpire Jeff Nelson, the crew chief. Good short area quickness as he came in and looked like he lost it for second, and the next couple of steps able to make the adjustment and make the catch. Fine effort.
Yeah, Houston goes on for the win. Dusty Baker became the 12th manager in Major League history to reach the 2,000 win mark. He reached the milestone in Houston after managing with the Giants, Cubs, Reds, and Nationals.
Well, it feels great. Thank you. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for all the support. Thanks to the players, because I couldn't do it without them. And when I came here, I talked to Jim Crane and I said, hey, I'd like to be here at least through 2000. And so now we got to add on to 2000. You know what I'm saying?
Seattle manager Scott Servais says the team is hitting quite a few balls hard. It's just that they're not falling in right now.
We're in a moment in time. This happens throughout the course of a year. Your offense gets slowed down, and when you don't hit, it looks like you're not trying. That's not the case at all. Our guys are grinding. They're trying to get something going, and you know, there's nothing you can do about today's game. I'm going to come out tomorrow. It's the last game on the road trip, and try to salvage something here in Houston. So, like I said, when you don't hit, looks like you're not trying. That's not the case at all. We're just not getting a whole lot of results right now.
And unfortunately, the Mariners lost the final of that series, so being swept now by Houston as they return home. Justin Verlander, his stingy self. Mariners fall today by a score of 7-2. Highlights tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Over 67,000 tickets have been sold for tonight's Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League final at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Sounders FC and Pumas are even after the first leg in Mexico City ended in a 2-2 tie. Now, Seattle can outscore the Pumas tonight. They would become the first team in MLS history to win the CONCACAF championship game. That time is 7 o'clock tonight on FS1. How about that? Wenatchee Panther boys soccer team has won the regular season league title outright. Wenatchee topped Moses Lake 6-1 last night to secure the regular season championship in the Big Nine. That means a number 1 seed into the district tournament and is Wenatchee's 6th Big Nine title in school history. Eastmont secured the 2nd seed to the district tournament with a 5-1 win over West Valley. The win snapped a 2-game losing streak for the Wildcats. In CWAC play last night, Ephrata blanked Ellensburg 1-0. On the pitch for the Bees, Oroville beat Brewster 4-1. Okanagan torched Tenasket 11-1. Bridgeport blanked Liberty Bell 5-0. And Manson powered past Pateras 5-1. Well, Moses Lake earned the Big Nine's number 2 seed into the district baseball tournament yesterday. Moses Lake yet to be named or renamed mascots. We still call them the Chiefs. Blank Sunnyside 9-0. Eastmont eked out a 3-1 win over Eisenhower. And a possible preview of next week's district tournament, Chelan beat Quincy 8-1. Cashmere cruised with a 12-1 win over Cascade. Okanagan put up 21 runs in a win over Omak, and Brewster polished off an unbeaten league season with a 12-1 win over Liberty Bell. Bridgeport handed Waterville Mansfield a 13-3 defeat. Moses Lake had a successful road trip. Talking about softball now on the road in the Tri-Cities yesterday. The Chiefs topped Richland 7-4. Eastmont's freshman Brittany Howe had a perfect game through 5 innings. How about that to lead the Wildcats to a 12-0 win over Ephrata. That was a makeup for a snowout just a couple of weeks ago. Okanagan swept a doubleheader from Omak 14-1 and 14-13. Cascade beat Cashmere 5-3, and Waterville Mansfield improved to 8-0 with a 28-18 win over Bridgeport yesterday. Get this, Grant. The Shockers have scored a total of 182 runs in their 8 wins so far. That's 22.5 runs per game. They'll finish the season tomorrow with a doubleheader at Pateras. We'll have high school boys lacrosse on the NCWLIFE channel coming up tonight. Wenatchee's hosting Sela at Lieboftel Field of the Apple Bowl. Vikings are 5-3 on the season. Wenatchee is 7-5. Wenatchee's coming off a 10-5 win at Hanford last night. Joel Nerman will have the call alongside Thomas Bass. Watch all the action beginning at 6:30 tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, that's a look at sports news. And, man, the sun's coming out. It's a lovely night here at Memorial Park.
It is beautiful right now, no doubt about that. We have one story to finish off tonight. Students at Cascade Elementary let police know how much they appreciated the protection they received April 18th after the school was locked down as officers hunted for 2 Wenatchee murder suspects. The students sent a stack of thank you letters to police, and on Monday, Police Chief Rick Johnson expressed his own gratitude to the students and their parents who waited for the 1-hour lockdown to be lifted. 2 suspects in the Wenatchee shooting death were arrested after fleeing into East Wenatchee and crashing their vehicle on Westview Drive near 27th Street. Nice story there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Join me for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're going to get an update from this lovely lady, Tammy McBride from the NCESD. What are we talking about on tomorrow's show?
The virtual STEM showcase.
Yeah, it's going on right now, and they need submissions. The deadline is coming right up. Tammy and I will talk about that and everything else you need to know to get your Thursday going on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Tomorrow morning, live and local at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
And that's going to do it for our newscast from the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Along with Eric Granstrom, I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.